Wemby. Look at this shit, bro. My God. They got the ball. One arm that shit. Slam that shit. It's like when he's in the post, if you don't got any kind of size on him, like, you know how you can get up and under KD, even smaller players, right? Because KD lacks some real core strength. Wemby has gotten some more core strength to his game to the point that he is a mismatch on everybody. And he already was because of his size, but you could bully him before. Now you can't bully him. You can't rough that nigga up. If you don't got the height and the size, if you ain't Giannis, basically, because Giannis does a great job on him. But if you ain't Giannis, you can't fuck with this nigga. You can't. And then defensively, we know what he brings. You know, Zion got some solid positioning there too, but it ain't enough. With Wemby, I'm starting to get to the point where how good of an offensive player does he need to be in order for us to say that's the best player in the world? That guy's a top 3 player. That guy's a clear-cut superstar. Because to me, I think he's already a top 5 player. The only players I think you can comfortably put ahead of him are Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and Shea. And even Shea, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't too comfortable with it. But I'll give Shea that spot because I think he's earned it after what he did last year, especially the way he capped off the season. I think there should be some credit given to him there. But outside of those 4, I don't want to hear nothing about no Anthony Edwards. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Jason Tatum. I mean, he's injured right now, but still, even when he's healthy, I don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucking Jason Tatum. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody else but those 4. To me, he is a top 5, a clear top 5 player in the NBA, top 5 player in the association right now. He is the best defender in the league by a mile. Can switch on the perimeter, can anticipate passing lanes, can defend the pick and roll, has length to be able to keep up with almost anybody in the league. The way he deters shots at the rim, he makes niggas think twice about even taking layups. It's like the Gobert effect at the rim. It's like the Bam effect on the perimeter as a big. Can block anything. And then offensively, is he perfect? No. The jump shot, you know, he can fall in love with the shot diet being a little whack at times. But my nigga, he can still knock down jumpers. He can still post you up. The footwork has clearly improved. Hakeem has given that nigga the keys to success. He been training with the monks and shit, shaving his head bald. So the post game, it's there. The interior presence as an offensive threat, it's there. And considering his length, he can maneuver around anybody in the post. He can just rise up and just slam that shit on anybody. The nigga is 7'5". I think he's got like what, an 8'2" wingspan or some shit. Who can fuck with this nigga right now? All that GOAT talk, that shit don't mean nothing right now. It don't mean shit because this nigga is different. This nigga might be the best player in the league this year. And I'm so serious. It's not a crazy thing to say. It's not a crazy thing to say. If he's just, look, and I love Giannis. That's my fucking guy. And I think Giannis needs to go fucking team up with this nigga as soon as possible. The Spurs got the assets, but that's a convo for another day. If this nigga is just 90% of the offensive player that Giannis is, while being the best defensive player in the league by a mile, I don't see how you could say he's not the best player in the league. Truly. And if it ain't this year, that's fine. We always got next year. Hell, I think even when he came into the league, scouts were saying by year 3, he should be an MVP candidate and a defensive player of the year candidate. And right now, it looks like he's on pace to do that. And if he's on pace to do that, why is he not in the conversation to be the best player in the world? Why would he not be? And hell, I think if he's in that conversation, I think we need to really start looking at the Spurs as serious threats in the Western Conference. Maybe not to win a championship. I'm not saying that. But I think when we're talking about the teams in the West and how they stack up on each other, we need to talk about the Spurs. Because who's going to fuck with that nigga in the playoffs? When you have a top 5, a legitimate superstar like that, Luka, Giannis, Shea, Jokic, you always have a chance in pretty much almost any series. Maybe a little chance, but it's there. And that nigga is scary. That nigga is scary. I don't see how anybody can watch the shit he's doing and not think to themselves, he could be the greatest player we've ever seen. That shit he did to the Mavs, bitching Anthony Davis like that, nigga, AD was guarding him and they were sending double teams. Think about that. Anthony Davis, one of the best defensive players in the league, was guarding Wemby. And they said, send Lively, send Flag, send somebody to help AD out because he can't guard that nigga. Was dicking them niggas down every fucking play. Look at this shit. Against the Pelicans, this nigga had 29 points, 11 rebounds, 9 blocks. This nigga's going to average triple-double stretches with blocks. 0 turnovers. And he's doing this all in stretches that aren't even that long of periods. He fouled out 1 block away from a triple-double. Who can fuck with this nigga? Who can fuck with this nigga? I'm telling you, all these teams like the Clippers, the Warriors, the Lakers, all you niggas, especially in the West, if it ain't OKC, because I think OKC, they're built for the future for sure. But other than OKC, all these teams, Houston, all y'all, hurry up and get y'all chips now. Because the moment this nigga starts putting it together, because that's the thing, he ain't even put it all together yet. And he's already playing like this. He ain't even in his prime yet. They ain't even got him the most optimal roster. De'Aaron Fox ain't even played yet. And y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of De'Aaron Fox. But he don't got to play at a super high level in order to play well with Wemby. At some point, he's going to have to go because Dylan Harper, he's going to take that spot. He breathing down that nigga neck already. But as of now, looking at that team, they don't even got the most optimal roster for him. And he's playing like this. Don't let them niggas trade for Giannis. Because I'm telling you right now, that is on the board. We could talk about that another time, but that's on the board. They got the assets. Giannis would be going to the West. I would assume the Spurs would even be on his radar if he were to leave. And that's another Twin Towers right there. Except this time, Giannis is smack in the middle of his prime, playing at an all-time level, that a level he's never played at offensively. Unlike D-Rob and Tim Duncan, D-Rob was on the decline. He had just suffered a major injury. And even if you want to say Giannis is on the decline defensively, guess what? He's going to be playing with Wemby. He's going to be playing Wemby. Less offensive and defensive load. He's going to be optimized perfectly. I ain't going to lie. They're going to complement each other so well if the Spurs can pull that off. This nigga might be the best player in the league. I'm so serious. He might end up being the best player in the league by the end of this season. And that shit is scary. That shit is scary.
Not the best idea. His new girlfriend's